Ladies and gentlemen, I am officially back on the throne. I hope you can hear me good. Hey, today is going to be a fucking amazing stream. I see you guys.
Writings on the wall. Very superstitious. Letters about to fall. 13 months old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. You got things in your backs. When you believe in things that you don't understand, and you suffer. Superstition everywhere.
Hey, you guys think it's going to be amazing news? What's going to happen here on this show? As a matter of fact, very breaking news. Let me pop this open.
Very superstitious. Wash your face and hands.
Damn.
Let me know the problem.
Damn.
Do all that you can. Keep me in a daydream. Keep me going strong. You don't wanna save me. Sad is the song. Sad but true. When you believe in things
I see you, man. I see you. Hey, today, breaking fucking news today. For all of you that don't know already and haven't seen any of the streams in the watch community, well, I'm going to tune you into some of the things going on. And for all of you, breaking news is today, boys. Today, ladies, I see you. I see you, Abby.
Nothing more to say. Very superstitious. The devil's on his way. 13 months old baby. Broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. The things in the past.
I gotta get this out of my fucking... I gotta get this out. I gotta say it for the fragrance community, for the wine community, for the whiskey community. I have to say what I'm about to say here. Are you ready for this show? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome everybody that just joined this show from Watch Nicholas. You know what? Tim Wright doesn't have, you know what? He doesn't have the crowd. He doesn't have the quality of you guys. Let's go straight into the show. Let's get this party started. The Whiskey Reaper channel, the one and only, okay? I am the one and only, and all of you also, for all of you that just tuned in from Watch Nicholas's stream, I hope you enjoy this stream because this is some breaking news that I have to fucking share with all of you guys. I do know many of you have been backing me from the get-go, from everywhere I go. It doesn't matter if I end up going to a different channel, if I leave a channel, you all follow me, and I do appreciate it, but there's a couple things that I have to say. Today on this stream, we have about 30-something people here watching, okay? We have some breaking news, okay? Are strangers amongst us in the live streams that are safe enough to be in the panel with us? Now, you guys are probably wondering right now, what the fuck is this guy talking about? We're all strangers. Of course, we're all strangers, but at the end of the day, do you know who you're talking to? Do you know who it is that's maybe on the panel with you? Do you have an idea of maybe the guy named O'Sheen that many of us already know in the watch community? Do you all know who O'Sheen is? Many of you call him Whiskey Dick. I do know that was Cousin Curly. And you know, I got a big one. I got a big whiskey dick, so you can't really say it's me. But I can tell you, for each and every one of you watching, this stream is going to be dedicated for all of you that really have to wake up. I think many of you out here have probably never seen my stream before. I think many of you, this is your first time watching my stream from the beginning, maybe to the end. Maybe you tune out after 40 minutes. We'll see how this goes. But for the meantime, I will tell you, this stream, okay, all I depend on is your likes. If you hit the like button, it does help me out. It puts me back on the algorithm, and super chats do help out. If you want to interrupt me, it's always good to send a super chat. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go around the room and see who we have here. Tim G. I see you, Tim G. Watch Nicholas, thank you so much for the connection here and putting all the audience out here. I appreciate you. And also, if you hear a little chihuahua, it's not my chihuahua. Everybody needs a free chihuahua. I think there's one 15 yards away. Hey, free of charge. I'll just ship it to you. But anyways, we do have Terry Smiles here. We have Melissa Villanueva. Tater Don, I see you, Tater Don. Anybody that wants to get a little shout out at the beginning of the show, if you type anything into the show in the chat room, I will give you a shout out. Doesn't matter what country you're from. Look, the craziest part about all my streams that I have people from India. They watch my barbecue sessions, my barbecue videos. For God's sakes, it is illegal to be barbecuing any cow. Okay, I can't even. If I was in India right now, I couldn't be eating steak. Okay, and most of these people in India, they watch my short videos of me cooking some steaks. Isn't that insane? Just craziness. But look, we're gonna go straight into the real deal. Okay, the real deal. There's breaking news, and one thing I'm gonna tell each and every one of you in the watch community, there's something that I learned recently. Now, many of you in the watch community don't have an idea that I've been around the fragrance community. I've been around different people in the fragrance community. Why? You guys probably wondering. You're a whiskey channel, for God's sakes. I get bored of talking about the same shit over again. There's only so much whiskeys that I can show everybody. And at the end of the day, I love whiskeys. I'm a whiskey channel. I enjoy showing you the best whiskeys, but I'm not here to put it down your throat. If you want to buy any of these products that I have, I'm not sponsored by any of the products that I show you guys. I show you only the quality whiskey that you can get here in America. And also, I can say another thing too, for the people watching. I'm going to talk about O'Sheen right now because many people have no idea about what I'm about to say. Also, in the fragrance community, there's a big bombshell right now in the fragrance community, which I will talk about a little bit. But this stream is about you guys. Breaking news. Are the strangers amongst us in the live streams, in the communities that we're part of, and most of the people that we jump onto the panel with, are they safe to have on a panel? Let me start off by saying there's one guy that I recently ripped. There's a guy that can't stand America, apparently. His name is Ocean. You could say Ocean. I'm going to say Venice Ocean. But for all of you that don't know who he is, he does great content on just watches. And I'm going to say it quite frankly. Look, if somebody has a good product, I'm going to say it. I don't care. You know what who the hell? Let's just put it this way. Nobody really enjoyed the threats that Michael Jackson got, but we all listened to the music. Michael Jackson was an artist. some of the things that he did out of, out of my realm that I don't even, many of you already know. Michael Jackson is a guy that maybe you can listen to his music, but you will never be friends with this guy, and is that a stranger? Does that make him a stranger? Is that somebody you want to be around? I definitely don't want to be around a yoo-hoo, okay? I don't want to be in the shower and somebody say yoo-hoo to me, okay? So let me just put it this way, watch community. I did look up, I went online, and somebody told me just put in Oshin, and then see some of the reviews that they have on him when he was in America. And I said, okay, let me just try that out. So as all of you know, there's a guy that really been talking bad about all of us Americans over there in the watch community. This man, if any of you don't know this man already, he's got to the point that many of us don't want to listen to him. Whenever the guy Ocean, I'm going to say Ocean. Whenever the guy Ocean comes onto the panel, we pretty much think that maybe this guy's going to say something bad, something racist, and I think all of us have already seen it happen, and nobody takes it out of the rug and officially puts it in front of their face and says, look people, this is what he's doing. Does nobody now wake up, for God's sakes? So finally somebody told me, look man, just go look up some of the reviews that he did. Apparently, I'm not a guy to look up anything, but they told me to go look it up. And when I went to go look it up online, this is a little bit of breaking news for me because I don't know anything of this. I'm going to start off with the watch community, and then I'm going to go to the fragrance community. And fragrance community, you better listen, because some of the people that you hang around might not be the crowd that you want around you. So let me read a review over here. This guy left a review of one of the guys that many of us right now, we don't like this guy too much, especially the Jewish communities do not like this guy because there's something there that he doesn't understand. Apparently, when he gets on the panel, it's just like it doesn't make any sense. He starts bashing. He starts bashing the Jewish people like that. Come on, man. Look, I'm an American. I'm born of American, and when it comes to the Army, when it comes to the Marines, shout out to all of you. Shout out to the U.S. Navy. Shout out to the Air Force. Anybody that is basically an American, we all already understand, and it's been the longest time that we are combined together, different cultures in America. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of beliefs you have. There's other people that have different beliefs in America, and it's a freedom. It's a freedom you have. I do know that Cubans are very influential here in South Florida. I am from Florida, and Cubans are big influence in the culture out here. The music, mainly the restaurants. The restaurants, amazing restaurants, and most of these Cubans, they do the best coffee. But there's a lot of things also, the Cubans, they leave Cuba to come here, and they struggle sometimes to leave their island to get here. Sometimes they die coming here, or sometimes they have to wait to get into this lottery to get here. When they get here, some of these Cubans, they work. They work their ass off because they have family still in Cuba under the Communist Party, which is horrible. Okay, these people don't care that they're getting paid $9 an hour, $7 an hour here, $10, whatever it is. Even sometimes even $100 a week. For some of these people, some of these Cuban Americans that they came here from Cuba, that is enough for them to send it back to their home. Okay, and I don't think it's right that there's somebody in the panel in Tim Livestream that completely just bashes anybody that's American, and that, I mean, come on, like just because I'm an American and I see the light, I think many other people should see the same thing. You should stand up and say what you feel. I don't think communism should be talked about like if it's all dandy. It's not dandy. It's not good. But the breaking news here that I'm about to fucking pour on you guys, I'm going to read this review. And the reason why I'm reading this review is because this just got put into my hands. And I didn't know what to expect. But now, reading this, I'm going to read this for all of you. I hope you can hear this. If you need to put your volume up, put it up a little bit louder. This is a certain gentleman that had put a review online. I did not know about this. Just just now, 24 hours ago, I just found out about this. So this over here, this is for Ocean. Okay, one of the guys said Ocean has been scamming and drifting many people in addition to freeloading and not paying rent. He's been stealing high-end wristwatches from owners under the promotion scheme of watch YouTube channels. He then refused to return the properties, the funds, but never shipping out the sold items. Lastly, he attempted to fence the stolen items on his YouTube live stream to unsuspected subscribers willing to send him money. Now, if you didn't hear that correctly, I'm literally reading off something that I saw online that was given to me. You can all go to, I think it's called, this, I don't know where this comes from. I just know that it's in the internet. It's on Google. It's defaults.com, and you could see it there. Many people in the watch community, a good handful of people. I'm not going to say, when I say many, it means it could be about 10. But as a matter of fact, about 5 people confirmed that this officially happened, and people talked about this before. I didn't know any of this. Okay, to me, it's breaking news, but there's more breaking news to come. But to me, this is huge breaking news, because knowing, in fact, that there's somebody here in America that had wrote that officially for everybody to know, and nobody sees that this guy shouldn't be on a panel, I just don't understand. At this point, after finding out about this, I said, holy shit, nobody gives a damn. Is it just me? But nobody gives a hoot. This guy could be the biggest criminal. This guy could be the biggest scammer. This guy could be. Oh, shout outs also to Swinging Kangaroo, Umida. Shout outs to Umida. Shout outs to Watch Nicholas. And yes, I see you, Swinging Kangaroo. We have about 50 people watching. You better be watching this show, because watch community. I enjoy the watch community. And as a matter of fact, there's a piece that I'm probably going to get very soon. I can tell you, I have a Rolex. I have about maybe 10 different watches. I can't tell you what watches I have. I have a box full of watches, and there's a piece that I'm looking into getting. I'm saying looking into getting, because it could be this week, and I tend to not try to talk about certain stuff. I'm one of these guys that's very superstitious. I don't talk about it till I have it with me in my hand. I have the picture. There's only one, probably 2 people that already know, but it's gonna be great, and I hope all of you really enjoy when I do get it. I finally break it to you guys. But it's kind of sad, man. I see these things here that they're saying Ocean supposedly Ocean scammed us out of $8,000 by not paying rent. Dude, are you kidding me right now? This is a man that I don't even know. I don't know where he lives. I don't know if he's real. I've never met him in my life. He's been on the panel with me. I have shut him down for talking about Nazis. I've shut him down for comparing America to North Korea. For God's sakes, the man won't last a day in North Korea. For God's sakes, he'll probably be arrested, put in a little room with no pillow, no water, no anything. At the end of the day, do people jump on the panels to cause ruckus? Is this what it comes down to in the live stream game? Is this what we have come down? Kyle D, I see you, Kyle D. Now, I can tell you, for anybody that has a wrench, you can use the wrench all you want, okay? Any of you that have the wrench, if you see anything in the chat room, I don't give a damn. You can time anybody out. You can do whatever you want. There's no hating, okay, in the chat rooms. Anything that has to come with racism, anything like that, please, none of that chat room. I can tell you, this is a stream that many of you are probably going to get a little bit of a fucking wake-up call, and I hope you do get a wake-up call. Look, there's a reason why I left Tim Rice's stream, and I have to regress and say this over again. I just can't understand how nobody can understand this. I did not blast Tim Rice on his stream because I didn't feel that was the need for me to do. I think he did it himself by allowing a certain other individual to be on a panel talking about, certain people in the community, certain people in real life, certain people from the past, certain wars. I think all of that should be put aside. You should try to have people that are pretty much how can I say, pretty much straight edge guys that are Americans try to talk about watches. You know, it's all fun and games when I hop on and we all have fun and we entertain each other. We can bad mouth each other all we want, but what kind of bad mouthing is enough? Is there a certain line that you have to cross that once you cross it, that's it, boom, you're God? I think there should always be that in a stream. There should always be that. There's certain people that don't understand that. Look, you just don't fucking talk about communism. You just don't talk about communism. And the sad part is this man Ocean has not said sorry yet. Okay, and for the people in the whiskey community, I really appreciate you guys going and follow me through the streams, because at the end of the day, nobody out here wants to see me talk about fucking one whiskey for 5 minutes. I sure as hell don't. Okay, now let me start by saying I do have beautiful whiskeys out here. I do have beautiful whiskeys out here. This is a beauty, very much of a beauty. This I'm probably going to drink after what I just poured. But I tend to not drink while I barely drink when I'm on the stream. I drink a little bit, I enjoy myself, and then after I usually, because I'm talking, this one over here, if you don't see, the Russell's 13, beautiful, beautiful. Look, anything I show you all is an amazing buy. If I post it on my channel, it's because I don't want to embarrass myself and put straight dookie whiskey out there. I show you the best, but I'm not going to put any of these whiskeys down your throat. I'm just mainly showing you what I'm drinking during the week, during the day, when I'm cooking, and I hope all of you are enjoying my channel. This channel is all about entertainment. This channel revolves around me, my lifestyle. So anything that I do, I show you guys. This is the point of this channel. The point of this channel is for you to know the best whiskeys out there in the market, the prices, the best prices for these whiskeys. And also, I do talk about fragrances, okay? If any of you men do not know about me, I enjoy my fragrances to the T. Okay, for all of you that don't know already, my favorite Creed fragrance, which I'm wearing right now, is the Creed Viking. I really, really enjoy this. For all of you that have the money to buy this, you should buy it, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna fucking, you're not gonna, look, this bottle itself should last you, I mean, if give or take, sometimes it lasts 2 years. Some of you don't even spray it on yourself. But at night, for the fragrance of the day, at night, sometimes I change up. I take a shower midday, and then I use Zahara, which today I'm going to be using Zahara fragrance. And the beautiful thing about Zahara fragrances is that the price is $140 some. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be talking about the fragrance community, because there's a little bit of there's something going on over there in the fragrance community, and you guys need to know this. The reason why I did this stream is because there's two communities right now that are completely full of criminals. Is it just me? I'm surrounded by criminals. Yes, I might be a bad boy. I might be a troublemaker. I might be anything you might think. I might be an asshole. I might be anything you guys might think. I might be the most patriotic son of a bitch you've ever seen in your life. You know, at the end of the day, you know, my personality, this is me. This is me. There's no fakie. You've seen me off my studio. You've seen me on the screen. And I can tell you, one thing I can tell you is, you know, I try to entertain everybody. And sometimes when the super chats come in, which I've seen super chats blowing my channel some days on my stream. I think, what is it? The other day I got like $75. To me, that was, you know, I was really thankful. Whenever I get a super chat, I really, you know, I'm thankful for you guys to send me super chats, because I do know that I'm doing a good job. That shows me that I'm doing a hell of a job. But I can tell you, I do not put any commercials for you guys, because I want you guys to listen up. And for the 50 people watching right now, okay, I'm going to speak about something right now in the fragrance community that many of you don't want to hear about. But you know what? Watch community. You have to listen to this watch community, because this stream, it is breaking news. Are strangers amongst us in the live stream communities? Is it safe to really have people on panels? Let me start by saying, the whiskey community, there's a lot of criminals, okay? There's a lot of criminals in the watch community, obviously. Fragrance community, there are criminals out there, too. There's criminals all over the place, for God's sakes. You could be walking by one, at the store, just a regular guy. Depends on the crime that he does. I do know that, and on this channel, there was at one point, and I'm going to say it right here for all of you to know, at one point I had a guy that hopped on, that he was in the whiskey community, and this is where it gets a little bit funny. I mean, kind of like on the edge of a stream. I had a gentleman hop on 2 minutes in, I think. He goes, I told him about, the crime rate. And this is a stranger. I just let him on because he sent a super chat and he enjoyed, the stream. He enjoyed the content. I have subscribers that watch me, and I don't know what kind of subscribers follow me. I just know that I have about almost 4,500 subscribers. So, YouTube doesn't tell me, oh, this guy's a criminal. This guy is anti-Semitic. Oh, no, this guy over here, this guy's a fucking straight douchebag. YouTube doesn't tell me these things, I have to learn it myself. YouTube doesn't say, look, in the watch community, be careful with this Tim Rice stream because there's a lot of scamming going on. YouTube doesn't tell me these things. I have to learn it myself, and I think many of you YouTubers, real YouTubers, that hop on, you have to learn these stuff yourself. You find out if a person's a snake. You find out if the man's a snowflake. You find out if he's a fruit ball. At the end of the day, you kind of say, God, okay, is this stream amazing or is it straight dookie? Is it straight dookie that I'm in? I'm in a panel. I'm in a stream that's straight dookie. Sometimes it takes you a week. Sometimes it takes you 2 weeks. Sometimes it might take you 2 days. As a matter of fact, some of you, it might take you guys 1 day to realize that this stream is not for you. It might take you maybe fucking 3 months. God knows, 3 months maybe. And then you're all of a sudden you get waking up. Boom, get waking up. Holy shit. This man is asking me about my shoe size, for God's sakes, every fucking day because he wants to know the size of my damn fucking... Are you serious right now? Is this for real? Am I part of a stream that there's a lot of men that want to know my shoe size because they're fucking turned on? Is this really what I'm fucking around? No, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that stream. There's no way I'm going to hang around. And nobody has to listen to, me talking about, oh, I left a fucking fragrance stream because people were asking me about my shoe size, and the certain guys that were actually asking me, there was guys that were asking me jokingly, and they didn't know that there was other guys in the fragrance community, which it's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. There's certain guys who were actually asking me because it turned them on. I might be attractive, yes. I might be attractive, but I'm as fucking straight as a fucking jetliner, okay? I'm as straight as a fucking jetliner. You ever seen a jetliner just go, just straight? Okay, well, that's as straight as I go. There's no curves around here unless it's a woman with curves. So I left that stream, and I think many of you already know what stream that is in the fragrance community. Look, I think there's a lot of things. There's a lot of rumors, and I know the rumors that go on, and most of the rumors, I know that they're either fake or they're real. I don't have to deny or confirm anything. Sometimes it's personal people that have their personal things going on. That's their personal things. Cool. But when it comes to the watch community, I think what I just saw today, you know what? I just saw recently. I just saw 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago or an hour ago. When I went to go, I don't know where I went. I went to, let me see if I have it here. I have no idea what I clicked. But to the point of the matter is, the man that kept on asking about my shoe size is going to be on Tim Rice stream. Now, the reason why I'm saying this right now is because I just found out about this 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Nobody knows nobody knows the history that I have with certain YouTubers. When I leave a certain YouTube, if many of you have seen, I leave it fucking, hey, I usually burn bridges for a reason. And usually the worst part about it is when I leave a stream and I just leave. There's a curse. There's a certain Reaper curse that happens on that stream. Sometimes it really goes down slowly, or sometimes it sinks. And we have all seen the sinking Titanic over there in the fragrance community. But in the watch community, I left recently, Tim Rice stream, for a reason. I think all of you already saw. But I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this over here about Ocean. Okay, I'm gonna read this about Ocean because apparently Ocean, nobody's putting him on the fucking. Nobody's putting. You know what? You know what? I usually say. Bullying is a bad thing. Okay, I usually say bullying is a bad thing. Because I used to be a bully myself. You know, nobody. I would wish when I was younger. I would wish somebody would try me, because that's just the kind of young man I used to be. I wished in the baseball field. I wished in the football field. I wished in the soccer field. I wished anywhere that I played as an athlete that I fucking got tried and I got bullied around. This was my thing. When I was in baseball, I would be a pitcher. If I knew that there was a certain team that would always talk shit about me, well, guess what? You're going to get a fucking liner into your arm. And that bruise is not going to go away for a fucking couple days. No, it's going to go away in probably a week or so. For each and every one of you watching in the chat room, do not forget, if you want to, by any means, you want to stop me from talking and saying something, you can always send your little appreciation my way by doing the right thing. And for all of you wondering, I don't think I've got a super chat in what is it? I haven't got a super chat in 3 days, because the last time I streamed was about 3 days or 4 days. The point of the matter is that this is actually, I came back to this stream because this is my duty to come back to some of you that are following me. It is my duty to entertain you guys. It shouldn't be just videos. If I do videos, for sometimes you don't want to drink whiskey. I understand, but I love whiskey. I love fucking whiskey. Anyways, let me go on with this. I'm reading this off Google because that's just what it is. Over here it says Ocean scammed a lot of people. Ocean scammed us out of $8,000. I didn't know this. Scammed us out of $8,000 by not paying rent for no apparent reason, other than being lazy, shady character. Which I think many of us. I don't think we've seen Ocean ever being lazy. I think this guy shows up to bat, and he usually fucking strikes out. But I do know he said this on here. One of the guys that said, and this is a website. Apparently, this is a website for renters or something. And this was the review. He goes, he had to get a judgment against. Had to get a judgment against him, which was granted not paying the $8,000 rent, and the judgment and current whereabouts are unknown. Obviously, they're unknown because the guy left, and now he's on the freaking panel all over the place in the watch community. For God's sake, somebody reach out to this guy. Tell him where he's at. Go get the freaking money. I'm joking. The point of the matter is that I don't think this man that's in the website writing these things is never going to see Ocean back in New York. Over here we have a super chat in the house. Thank you so much for the super chat. The super chat of the day right here, the first one of the day. Nelson Oliveira, he says over here with a $10 Canadian. Thank you so much. He says, Reaper, the bad... Nelson with the $10 says, Reaper, the bad bin girls need to call out to the main stage. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. For all of you watching, many of these people think that I'm a DJ at a strip club. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give it to Monica. Monica onto the dance floor with her purple pink thong. Holy shit. Yeah. I thank you so much for the super chat, man. Really do appreciate it. It's funny that... It's funny that many of you recognize me from Archie Luxury's live stream. Look, if any of you aren't watching Archie Luxury's live stream, you want to get into watches, watch Archie Luxury. You get a little bit of drama. You get a little bit of, movement, talk of certain watches. Now, Archie Luxury, he loves his Patek Philippe's. He loves his Langes. He loves his higher end watches. And he's all about the brand, okay? Rolex. Or he likes certain other ones. What's the other one that he recently started? Vacheron. Oh, damn. The voucher round. Oh, damn. That thing's a beautiful thing. Shout outs to JJ's Hangout. Shout outs to Bear Clooney Watches. If it wasn't for Bear Clooney Watches, some of the things that I say wouldn't go through. Because I think many of us already know I don't have an email. I only have Instagram. But I thank you. I thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate the super chat. And for all the strippers out there, I see you guys. I see all of you. Now, my stripper friends aren't here, so we can't talk about that. But I can tell you, for all of you wondering, look, what I'm reading here is literally something that apparently was posted up 2019. I didn't know that it was a couple years ago that this man had fled the USA. If all of you don't know, Ocean has a channel. His channel, I think all of us already know that he does great content. The only bad thing about this man is that the man, he's how can we say, he seems to be a bad person. Bad person. What do you categorize a bad person? Well, a bad person is somebody that doesn't understand when they're fully wrong. Okay, a bad person is somebody that steals. A bad person is somebody that doesn't care about religion. A bad person is somebody that just doesn't really have any remorse on what he says. A bad person officially comes down to you guys, really, what you guys think is a bad or a good person. At the end of the day, there's people that go left, there's people that go right, there's different type of people out there that say that a cat has no, a cat is not a female or a male. They say there's a lot of people nowadays in 2023, they say, hey, you can't categorize me as a male. Are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm the most masculine guy I know in this room. I don't know what you're saying. You can't call me non-binary, for God's sakes. I'm a damn man. I'm grown, I was born a boy and I'm a man now. I don't know what these people are saying, non-binaries. But there's a lot of people out there that I don't think they know. It depends on how you're raised. Even in America, you can be raised in America, a different state, and the mindset would be a lot different. But anyways, Nelson, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. And I want each and every one of you to know, if you can, do me the favor. Super chats do help out a lot. Also, another thing that helps out with this channel is the thumbs up. If you hit me the thumbs up, it does help out a bunch. Just one little thumbs up puts me back on the algorithm, and YouTube tends to put me out there. So that's the name of the game out here. You hit the like, you send the super chat, you engage in the chat room, and it's going to be a fun time. Now, I will say this too, for the 40-something people watching, whiskey community, watch community, fragrance community, I put all of you together because this is my lifestyle. I wear a fragrance every day. I wear a watch every day. Maybe I just have a one Rolex. Okay, no big deal. But I have a Rolex. That's all that matters. Okay, maybe I have another Rolex that I haven't told you about. Just maybe. But I do have a lot of watches. I wear a watch every day. There's not a day that I go without wearing a watch. I'm a poker player, so I enjoy playing poker, and I have to look at my watch. I have to know the time of the dealer. I have to know the time of the hand. I have to know the time of every minute of the day. There's not a time that I do not wear a watch. This is why I enjoy the watch community, because I am a hobbyist. I am an enthusiast. I enjoy everything about watches ever since I've been young. And fragrances too. I just enjoy fragrances. But whiskey is my thing. Whiskey, you guys can always ask me whatever it is you want with whiskey. What whiskey is good for you? What whiskey is beneficial for your pocket? For the meantime, this is a whiskey channel, so let me show you just a couple. I'm going to show you maybe 3 of them. This one to start off. We're going to talk about the Metallica. Okay, Metallica, if you didn't see at the beginning of the show, there was a little collab with Metallica, and I want to let you know this is their whiskey. If you see it over here blackened, you can buy this at the store. It's under $65, I believe. I think I paid $66 with tax and everything. But remember, when you do buy this, make sure it says cask strength on the bottom. If you buy it and it says cask strength, you have the bottle, an amazing bottle. I will show you another bottle too that's very, very good. I have showed you this already in probably my stream. This is Texas whiskey. For all of you Americans that enjoy Kentucky style whiskey or Tennessee whiskey, this is a hyped up, more richer, more stronger, a little bit more flavor, because Texas, it's always high in Texas. And this over here is Garrison Brothers de Guadalupe. Beautiful. I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to show you two more. The Russell's Reserve over here, beautiful rye whiskey, just amazing, fabulous. Really, really do enjoy this one. If you want a good rye whiskey, or even just a good whiskey, this company is just amazing. And then for all of you that don't know, there's another Blacken over here, another beautiful Blacken. It's an amazing company. But anyways, let me go back to the show and tell you guys a little bit more. Okay, so officially today, we're going to see a certain gentleman that's going to hop onto a Tim Rice stream. Okay, that gentleman, if I'm going to tell you ahead of time, okay, there's a reason why that gentleman is going to be there. I have a feeling that Tim Rice is going to try to attack me by asking Mr. Smelly 1977 certain questions, just like he asked a certain gentleman, I think it was 2 days ago, which I wasn't able to watch the whole stream in the watch community. I'm a fragrance community. I have been telling you guys to go to the watch community. They're amazing, but the one channel that I enjoy is Archery Luxury, also JJ's Hangout, and Watch Nicholas. If you haven't followed Watch Nicholas, he does great commentary at night, and it gives you a little bit of an update of the news going on in the watch community. So I enjoy that because it's fun, it's out there. But Archie Luxury, I think he's the top. He's the top of the top. I don't think there's another channel that knows more than them. If Archie Luxury, there's something he doesn't know, there's another panel member that would know it, like Bear or maybe some of the other gentlemen out there that would really know it. Now, I can tell you what's going to happen today on Tim Rice stream. It's going to come down to talking about fragrances. And I'm just going to say it right here. It's going to come down to talking about fragrances. And then, boom, the same thing that happened a couple days ago with that guy, Time to Musk Up, Rudy. I believe he has a great channel. He was having breakfast with these two gentlemen, and he got kind of he got interviewed. He kind of got interviewed, like if me and him, were collabing for a long time, Tim Wright put a little bit of a shade on him. He gave him a little bit of fucking 100 questions to find out about me. For God's sakes, you already met me. Tim Wright, you met me already. I met you. I met Red Shovel. I met Mathis. I met the guys. There's nothing else to say. I met you guys. You don't need to be asking anybody else. You already seen me. I'm straight up how you saw me. There's no need to be asking anymore. But I'm pretty sure in Tim Wright's stream later on, when it comes after they talk about fragrances, what's going to happen is they're going to start talking about me. Why are they going to talk about me? Well, because I completely destroyed one of the panel members that we all just talked about, Oshin. And, I think many people are still talking about how that man shouldn't be on that stream. And, Watch Nicholas and Curly always have been talking about it. If you don't know who that is, you have to go to Watch Nicholas's channel. They talk about the drama going on over there in the watch community. So I do know that Archie Luxury, the times that he goes on, I've been busy. The one time I hopped on, it was an amazing time. And everybody got a little bit of a treat from me. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to talk about the fragrance community now. Over here, let me see who we have. Surdy, Danny. I see you, Surdy, Danny. Also, G. Gordon. I gotta say, I can't see all the messages. They're a little bit far, but I can tell you guys that I see most of you guys, and Melissa, and most of you out here. Umida, I see you, Umida. Couple other people on here. I smell. Fragrance community. Okay, get ready for what I'm about to say about the fragrance community, because many of you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about in the fragrance community. Most of you are probably like, what is he gonna? There's nothing in the fragrance community to talk about. There's nothing really to talk about. There is, as a matter of fact, there is a little bit of something to talk about. I smell, I see you, and you know what? I can tell you guys that in the fragrance community, I did put this I did put this title for a reason. You know what? In the fragrance community, I met a couple people in the fragrance community. To me, when I met them, they were all nice to me. Most of them were nice, very nice to me when I met them. I met about in the fragrance community about like 4 of them or 5 of them. I believe it was a couple of them. When it comes to the fragrance community, I think that they have very much obviously good knowledge when it comes to fragrances. There's other people that don't have the knowledge when it comes to fragrances because they don't have a huge collection. They can still talk about fragrances all they want, all cool. Over here, Surdy Danny. Surdy Danny says over here, oh, I got the hearts. Thank you so much, Umida, thank you so much. Surdy Danny over here saying, I reckon 250. I don't know what they're talking about, but I can tell you 250. Hopefully you guys are talking about Hopefully you guys are talking about how many people are going to be watching later in Archie Luxury Stream. 250 people. Yeah, I think that would be amazing. But yeah, thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you so much for the hearts. So the people that I met over there in the fragrance community, it was a handful of people. All of them very, very, they were very nice to me. Mostly all of them were nice. All of them. And Melissa, also, I did meet Melissa. She's awesome. The bike. No, hell no. What the hell? Surdy Danny. This bike is 1,000cc. Are you serious right now? There's no way I would ever drive anything lower than 750. This is 1,000cc bike. This is one of these beauties. This is a super bike. I have next to me is a super bike. And I have ripped a couple Porsches. I have ripped a couple Ferraris. The only thing that I haven't got to race was a Bugatti, because the time that I met up with a Bugatti, there was traffic and a cop, so I wasn't able to race the Bugatti. I raced Mustangs on the highway, obviously, took them. What was the craziest? There was a Hellcat. I don't know, many of you don't know the Hellcat. That, holy shit, that thing is no joke. I think it's an $80,000 Dodge. It's crazy, crazy. It just stuck by me next to me, and I couldn't believe it. And then all of a sudden, boom, I'm just gone. But there's a lot of there's a lot of advantages of having a very nice motorcycle. The women love me, and you just get a beautiful rush in you. You feel free. You feel like an American. And I do have, if any of you don't know, this is the TT. Okay, Isles of the Man TT edition of Honda, the HRC. This is the SP edition of the CBR 1000, the SP. So that means that it's a little bit different than your regular Honda. But Surdy Danny, this is no joke. This is no joke out here. Teen Tickers, I see you, Teen Tickers. Over here, Reaper, where's my wrench, handsome? Well, I only give wrenches out to people that I know that are, associated with this stream and that really help out on the panel. So I do know that I met a couple people on the panel already. As a matter of fact, I should be giving this to Surdy Danny. Okay, I'm going to give you a wrench because I did meet you on the panel. So I'm going to make sure that you have it. And if all of you don't know, if you are on the panel with me, if you ever been on the panel with me, and I do know you, and you're nice to me, I give you a wrench. So Surdy Danny, welcome to the Wrench Club. I have to give out wrenches because I don't have the time to do a membership Patreon thing. I could do it easily. I could just click the button and give you all memberships if you guys want. But I'm not really. I'm not trying to get membership money from you guys. If anything, the only support I do appreciate is the super chats. The super chats are the only support that I appreciate. And for the people that are fucking stupid about saying, oh no, I can't stand super chats because they take away the 30%. For God's sakes, YouTube is giving you this platform, O'Sheen. They're giving you this platform to put your live stream out there. At least give them something. 15%, 30% is not that bad. Okay, 30% is not that bad. Give it a break, for God's sakes. You're lucky you're even still on YouTube, for God's sakes. But yeah, I do appreciate the super chats. And to me, I think YouTube should take a part of that because they give us the platform that many other apps don't give us. There's certain platforms out there that are straight dookie. But for the people watching, Chili Badger, I see you, Chili Badger. Teen Tickers, I see you, Teen Tickers. Somebody told me that Teen Tickers was very small. I didn't know that he was so small, but I can tell you, I have to tell you, this show goes around the topic of the day, breaking news. Are strangers amongst our live stream community safe to have on the panel? The fragrance community has taught me a little bit of things recently. The fragrance community has taught me that there is criminals out there. But one of the things that I didn't say yet at the beginning, I had somebody in the whiskey community hop on here one time, and I forgot to completely finish saying what I had to say. But the gentleman, he sent a super chat, $10 super chat. He said he was my number one fan. He said that he watched me on Instagram. Amazing time. I post a lot of good stuff on Instagram, a lot of pictures. So this gentleman, he hopped on, all nice, giving me the positive vibes. And then all of a sudden, boom, he just drops it. I'm like, damn. This guy goes, I just got out of prison. I was in prison for 30-something years. That's what he said on my panel when I was here. And, I was letting people on, there were super chats. I was only letting people on that sent super chats. He goes, I've been in prison for 30 years. When I heard that, I said, okay, cool. In the back of my head, I said, there's no way I'm going to ask this man why. Because if he has the balls to fucking say why he was there for 30 years and he says something that he's going to regret, at the end of the day, it's just going to be for all of the people watching. Everybody's going to say shit. Everybody's going to say, holy shit. I never asked him. And, to this day, I haven't seen him again here, but I do know that he's part of the whiskey community. And, I don't have anything bad to say about him. I didn't even know him that much at all. Didn't know him at all. I just know that he followed me on Instagram. But there's strangers all over the place out here. You guys, I don't think you guys understand. Ali over here with the $5 super chat over here. She says, with the $5, Reaper, I think Umida needs your attention. Let me see what kind of attention that Umida needs over here. Let me see what Umida needs. We have a lot of women that always show up enjoying that I'm here, hopefully taking off my shirt. But most of the time, it's not that. I'm not a showboat unless I want to be. Over here, Umina is saying, I'm always nice to you, handsome. Holy shit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look. Ali, thank you so much for the $5. I think at this point, this is the second super chat today. Really appreciate it. So, yeah, this gentleman ended up saying, he goes, 2 minutes in, I think it was 5 minutes. He goes, hey, just want to let you know, I just got out of prison recently, and I was in there for 30-something years. And the worst part about it is that I don't remember accordingly, but I could be wrong. It could have been 40 years. When I heard that, the only thing in my head said, holy shit, this is your time. Your time to shine, Reap. Your time to shine. Just interview him. Here's your chance. Interview him. NBC News is not going to have the chance to interview this man. You have him on the panel right now. He just told you he got 30 years in prison, and he was in federal prison. As a matter of fact, it could have been 40 years. The point of the matter is he was on my panel, and, I had the chance. I had the chance to interview him, like if I was one of those special Dayline NBC News. But I didn't do it. Why did I do it? Because I had a feeling in the back of my head that he was going to say certain things that many of you didn't want to hear. And to me, when I hear certain things, it sometimes nowadays, it doesn't bother us, does it? Like, it's so common to see in America, a lot of crime, a lot of things, it doesn't bother us. But when it comes to somebody in the fragrance community, okay, listen to this, fragrance community, sometimes when you know the person, when you met the person, okay, when you've seen the person, when you talk to the person, and you find out that this man has officially he's been doing some bad stuff in his life. Okay, in the fragrance community, there's a lot of people I met. Okay, in the watch community, I have only met a certain amount of people in the watch community, and I think all of you already saw. I met Red Shovel, I met a couple other guys. Mathis. I don't know why Mathis would talk bad to me. That's to me, it just shows the colors of some of these people. You meet them in real life, and then all of a sudden they just rip you. They try to rip you, and like you never said anything bad to them. It doesn't make any sense. This is kind of the time that I can tell you guys sometimes it's a blessing. It's a blessing that you just meet somebody and then, it doesn't work out in that 2 weeks, maybe that month. There's a certain man that starts talking bad to you. There's a certain man that is very envious, starts talking shit to you. It's good. It's a blessing. It's a blessing because you officially showed yourself to them. Telling them that all these nice things, all these motivations, show them whiskey and everything, and then they come out of the woodworks just stabbing you in the back. Sometimes it's good to be stabbed at the beginning, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be stabbed after 5 years. 5 years of friendship, 10 years of friendship, 2 years of friendship, anything over a year, it's like, man, I knew this man for so long, and now he's just talking shit that I don't even know where he's coming up with these things. This can happen to you, ladies, it happens to you all the time. Because there's women that are very envious over the stuff you have, the nails, the hair, how you look, the way you treat other women, and the way other men look at you. So when I met the couple people that I met in the fragrance community, one of the guys struck me to be, how can I say? One of the guys struck me to be, it just didn't make sense. Something didn't make sense in the fragrance community. And this is breaking news for all of you. I think many of you, this is not breaking news for some of you. Okay, some of you, this is not breaking news. Okay, for some of you, this is not breaking news. For the watch community, this is breaking news for you, some of you. But the one man that I met that I thought was, he had the energy, he had the motivation, he put everything into his YouTube channel. I met him in real life. He started talking bad about me in the last couple weeks. Don't know why. All I did was take away a couple wrenches. I took away 3 wrenches. I didn't trust some of these guys because they were one of the guys ended up lashing out in the chat room. And since that one guy lashed out in the chat room, I took away the guy's wrench. And this is a guy that I met in real life. For God's sakes, how is it possible that you meet somebody in real life and that person has to be super emotional about a certain wrench? It's just a wrench. I took away the guy's wrench. And then all of a sudden, he started more stuff in the chat room, making the people in the watch community kind of uncomfortable. Okay. So I took away his wrench, and what did I do? I took away the other 2 gentlemen's wrench that were part of his daily routine. There's 3 men that I met that they knew each other very much, talked to each other almost every day, and I didn't know some of the things that they would have planned to talk about. And sometimes I would help them out, entertain them, and be on the panel with them. All cool. But at the end of the day, are they strangers? You just met them a certain amount of time, not even 6 months. You just meet them. Are they strangers? Are strangers sometimes acquaintances? Are acquaintances friends? What are really friends on the live streams? Can I officially say that there's a lot of friends on the live streams or acquaintances? And, at the end of the day, is it they were all strangers in the live stream, just getting along and enjoying the day and just enjoying the chat, enjoying the topic, enjoying the watches, enjoying the fragrance talk, enjoying the whiskey talk? Is it just me that every stranger I meet in real life ends up being a certain criminal? Is that what it comes down to? It just doesn't make any sense. It does not make any fucking sense at all. Now, I can tell you, there's a certain gentleman that did, for the watch community, okay? Listen up, watch community. There's a certain gentleman that did comment in the chat room right now. Okay, I have a hard feeling that is the guy that flashed you guys in the live stream. Is that breaking news? Well, I was going to say it at the beginning, but I wanted him to show up. There's a certain gentleman that showed up to the stream in the watch community, a stranger. Nobody knows who Dildo Fragrance is. Nobody knows who Dildo Fragrance is. All we know is a certain person behind the screen that comes onto the channel and tries to jump on a panel. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is not a coincidence. I do not believe in coincidences, but that certain gentleman, I have a 95% feeling that he's the one that flashed many of you inappropriately over there in the watch community. So your breaking news, there's another breaking news right there. And I just put him on. I never banned anybody. I never ban anybody ever in my stream. I just did it now because I need a little bit of authority here. You know, I need you guys to know that there's gonna be a lot of people that eventually gonna just start hopping on. Eventually, you know, they could ever hop on a chat room. But yeah, fragrance community, I'm a little bit shocked to know. I mean, I'm not really shocked, but I'm pretty much, you know, I'm not surprised. The news that I heard recently. Because the news that I heard about the certain gentleman in the fragrance community, I was told by a couple ladies. They reached out to me and they told me, and I said, okay, well, I kind of believe it because here in Florida, there's a lot of teachers that tend to how can I say, in Florida, there's a lot of teachers that engage with certain amount of students. You know, college teachers tend to engage with their students. It's pretty bad. I do know there's a lot of people that always get fired all the time here in Florida for some reason. It is always in Florida. Always fucking in Florida. I don't know, for some apparent reason. The only other place that I know that this happens would be over there in Alabama. Alabama, for God's sakes. That's the only other place. However, for all of you that don't know the breaking news, okay, I already said a couple breaking news already. If you don't already know, for all of you that haven't listened up to any of the streams, there hasn't been a stream to talk about it yet. I don't need to get further with those comments that I just commented on, but I can tell you, there's a lot of strangers that many of you are going to meet. Eventually in real life. There could be a meeting, a watch hangout meeting that you guys all meet up. There might be one individual that might just be a little bit different. Does it make him any different than me, any different than somebody else? Probably not. He probably did some bad stuff in the past, and that's the past, yes. But it usually sticks to you forever. And it's horrible to say, but there's certain people that just shouldn't be on the live streams. There's a large amount of people that shouldn't be on the live streams, and most of the time, the criminals, they usually are never in the live streams. Usually, they're just watching, or usually they're trying to figure out certain things. It's never to the point that we ever get strangers that we can't officially say, look, we're never letting this man on the fucking path. You know, I think many of us, all of us YouTubers, especially JJ's Hangout. JJ Hangout allows anybody on his panel. Also, Archie Luxury tends to allow a good amount of people. It depends on who you are. Also, Watch Nicholas, the same thing goes for Watch Nicholas in the watch community. They allow people on their panels. Now, the whiskey community does not allow people to hop onto panels. Most of the time, when the whiskey community does a certain review on a certain bottle, for God's sakes, fucking an hour long about reviewing a bottle, I can't take it. I cannot take it. Sometimes I have to tune out. At the first 5 minutes, I just can't anymore, you know. And shout outs to Mash and Drum, shout outs to a lot of other whiskey YouTubers. They do a good job, but I don't know how they can do it for a whole 2 hours long, talking about straight up whiskey. I cannot listen to whiskey longer than maybe 7 minutes. Because I drink all the whiskeys. There's a lot of people in the whiskey community that just collect whiskeys. I drink each one of my bottles for you guys to know if it's good. But yeah, you know, I think many of you think that this is a scripted show. This is definitely not a scripted show. Over here, Louis, he says, thanks, Reaper. I tried the Davies County limited edition double barrel finish hunting, the duck hunting edition. Amazing. Thanks for the advice. Hey, you see what I mean? Nobody shows people the Davies County. I showed the people in the Davies County because I know it's amazing, and we have an individual there that bought it. Over here, We have Kirill. I see you, man. He says over here, it's because they are drunk most of the times. Yes, the whiskey community, most of the times are drinking very much so. And mainly, they don't give a damn. They drink and they don't give a shit. They just hang out. Over here, let me see if Sturdy Danny says, Whiskey Reaper, what watch do you have on? This is a watch that I enjoy. Now, I can tell you, I think, Sturdy Danny, I think you already know that I have one Rolex, but I have to have certain watches that aren't Rolex because since I am in Miami, and, there's a certain amount of robberies all around Miami, I can tell you that there's no way I'm going to be wearing anything very, very expensive, anything fancy. So when my collection comes up to date, I think the max Rolexes that I would have in my collection would be 3. And if it comes to anything expensive in the watch community, I cannot have over $80,000 watch because of the fact that some of the places that I go to are very much, there's spotters all over the place. This is the watch I'm wearing right now. If many of you don't know, Ali Reza, the Squatch Box, he enjoys watches like this. This is one of my, it's called, I forgot what it was called. I think it was called a Deep Diver Citizen, and I do wear this a lot. The reason why I wear this is because I'm very dangerous, man. Okay, I'm very dangerous. I start hitting walls sometimes. I walk by some walls, I get a bruise, and I don't even realize it. So the good thing about this, since you have a little bit of if I damage it, it's not going to damage the case. It's pretty much good. It kind of looks like a Ubla. It does look like a Ubla. It kind of looks like one of those newer Ublas. Has a carbon fiber bezel, and I can take this deep sea fishing, and I would really be able to. It has the opening here on the side. I really enjoy this. I had to change my strap. It only lasted maybe 2 years, the strap, but I can tell you, I just love this watch. I get compliments all the time because people think this is a Ubla, and at the casinos, many people probably don't know about watches, and they usually see this watch and they say, holy shit. They go, how much did you pay for that watch? And I tell them it's under 1,000 because that's usually, this is discontinued, but it's under 1,000. The loom on this is amazing. Very beautiful loom. I can tell you there's nothing bad about this watch. And yeah, man, I just love this. You can't find this at the stores. So for anybody wondering, I really enjoy that watch. You can see it in my short videos. All the watches that I wear, you can see in my short video. I have one Rolex. I think you've all seen it, the two-tone. Really enjoy that Rolex. I don't need anything too fancy. And the other watch that I have in my range, the other Rolex, I will tell you guys about the other Rolex. I have the picture of it. Wait, let me give you a little peek. You know what? I should give you a little peek of the watch. Let me show you guys just a little peek. Let me make sure. And I know you probably have this. Just a little peek. Okay, you ready? Oh shoot! Did you see it? Okay, that's it. That's the only little teaser I'm gonna give you guys, because I don't wanna officially start bragging to you guys. Okay, I'm not gonna brag to you guys about that. And then also, I can tell you, watch community, there's no such thing as a fucking list. Okay, I officially found out about that. I've been told this many times. But there's no time in my life that I ever listen to anybody. Okay, when it comes to streams, when it comes to anything, okay, it does. It's funny he says this. Look, when it comes to anything, thank you so much, Elder Sense. Thank you so much. I see you, Elder Sense, with the $5 super chat. Today, I think I'm at, $20? That's pretty good. $20 for, $20 for 1 hour? That's pretty good. Pretty nice. But I can tell you, I appreciate all the super chats that come in. I really do appreciate it. But the list, when it comes to the watch community, there's no fucking such thing as a fucking list. Okay? The same thing goes with the whiskey community. There's no such thing as a list. Okay? In the whiskey community, there's raffles. Okay? That they raffle off very expensive whiskeys. Don't believe that. Okay, don't believe that. The same thing that happens in the watch community happens in the whiskey community. We are basically the same in a certain way. Because when it comes to the whiskey community, Elder Sense, thank you so much for the super chat. Some of these bottles are very hard to find. Okay, the only way to get some of these bottles is for some of you out there to spend a lot of money. Now, what kind of money is it that you need to spend? Well, give or take, to be part of a VIP program, you have to spend maybe every, what is it, $5,000 in 1 month. That means if any of you get part of a certain bigger liquor store that has a certain membership, you spend $5,000 at that store, you're going to get a VIP, and you're going to be the top of the leaderboard when it comes to any raffle out there. So when it comes down to these whiskeys, some of these whiskeys, they get raffled off. Okay, so give or take 1,500 people part of this raffle, okay? 1,500 people. Now, you know you're part of that raffle, okay? You're part of the raffle, and you're waiting for the time that they're going to release the results, okay? What happens is the people that are not part of that raffle, okay, there's certain people that are above me. The people that are above me are the people that have restaurants. Okay, if they have restaurants, they have first pick in any of these raffle picks. Okay, any of these very high allocated, very hard, rare bottles. Okay, when it comes to people that are fucking millionaires, people that spend $250,000 a year at a certain liquor store, they are going to get the top of the top, the only best whiskeys they can. And most of the times, it doesn't matter that there's even a list. They can just completely pass that list, knowing in fact that they spend at least $500,000 at that huge store. They can pick any Pappy Van Winkle that is available. They can pick any allocated whiskey available. Okay, and nobody talks about this because nobody knows. And I'm the only one that whistles this because I know for a fact that it's happening and it happens. So, for the watch community, the same thing happens with the watch community. In the watch community, the same thing happens. If you have a family member that knows a certain AD, if you're close friends with a certain AD, a certain individual that's part of that company, they get Rolexes, they get certain watches. Do you think you're gonna be on the fucking list? You're not gonna be on no goddamn list. You're gonna be in front of the list. Also, not only are you gonna be in front of the list, but you're probably gonna be able to get some of these Rolexes that not any of us can get, because most of us have to spend a certain amount of money, $150,000 a year in a certain AD, maybe a couple watches, maybe then you won't even get the color you want. If you're looking for a root beer, the beautiful root beer, a Rolex, you're probably not going to get it, okay? For the watch community, you can get it if you spend a lot of money. If, for example, you make a fucking fortune in the cryptocurrency, okay? And for all of you that don't know, look, man, I enjoy cryptocurrency, and I know many of you have no fucking clue what I fucking talk about when it comes to cryptocurrency. I enjoy cryptocurrency because I know about it, okay? I know about it a lot, okay? I think you guys see the chart here. This is Bitcoin, okay? When Bitcoin goes up, what goes up? Everything goes up, okay? And I think many of you have already seen me talk about Bitcoin before. I'm not going to keep on talking about Bitcoin, but you see the charts, okay? When people have the money, they can buy whatever the fuck they want. It doesn't matter what list, man. It does not matter. So for all of you wondering, I just want you to know, look, hey, just calm down. The watch that you want, if you know somebody out there, okay? If you know somebody out there that is very much has spent, this is the easiest way. This is the way that I'm doing it right now. And I'm not telling you guys how I'm getting the certain watch, if I'm going to get it, because I don't want to jinx myself and I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm very superstitious when it comes to these things. As a matter of fact, when it comes to poker tournaments, I don't even like talking about the poker tournaments I'm going to. So when it comes, this is easy. This is what I'm doing right now, okay? And I'm gonna be fucking transparent as can be, okay? I am currently with somebody that has spent so much money, okay? That has a business that has the connection to know the certain AD. Okay, how do I know how to do this? Because I put 2 and 2 together and I found out this was the fucking easiest way to do it. So what happens is, when I spoke to the AD, I can't tell you what you're never going to find out. And anybody in South Florida, you're never going to fucking find out. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way. Because that person officially told me the same thing. And we're all 3 in the same boat. Okay. There's no way you're telling anybody else. And nobody's going to find out about this, because if we all don't talk about this, then that's it. That's it. So the AD says if his other customers found out about what he's just fucking doing for us, he's going to lose a lot of clients. He's going to lose a lot of fucking customers, because they're not going to trust him, because apparently they're on the list. Okay. So for all of you to know, there's no list. And it took me a long time. As a matter of fact, it took me, how long did it take me? It took me, I think Boston Collector, I don't know what Boston Collector is doing, whatever. I don't know I really officially don't know what Boston Collector is doing over there in the other stream. I don't know, have no idea. I haven't been watching. Boston Collector told me about the list. Somebody else told me about the list recently. Okay, 2 other people before previously last year had told me about the list. Okay, and I come to conclude that there's a way to do it, just like the way that I get certain whiskeys. So you know what? There's a certain way around, and I hope you people in the watch community listen up when I say certain things. Is this breaking news? Look, this is not the breaking news that I wanted. The breaking news that I told you guys was the strangers. Just be careful what kind of strangers you're around. You know, just be careful. Because you never know who you're around, man. You just don't know. You could be around the biggest criminal here in South Florida, and you will never know it if you just met somebody. And it could be a woman. It could be a woman. That is a sad part. Nowadays, it could be a woman. It doesn't have to be just a man. Now, this is no financial advice. Okay. What I'm about to say here is going to be a fucking. This is going to hurt some of you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. I'm gonna make sure you guys have a little bit of a. I'm gonna let you guys chill out just a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna bring you up to speed of what I'm about to talk about. Just calm down a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of a fucking drink break. I'll be back in less than a minute. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I didn't even go take a drink. Okay, I didn't even go take a drink. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go take a drink right now. Okay, what I'm about to show you guys is something that many of you. This is no financial advice. This is just breaking news to many of you, and I think I've been fucking spilling so many breaking news today that I could have done breaking news every day this week. Okay, I could have done a stream this week of all the breaking news that I just fucking broke on this stream. But right now, this is for the people out there, the financial, the people that, like stocks. This is the people that have been watching the banks go down. This is something for many of you to be watching. As a matter of fact, for all of you that aren't into into investing, this might not be your time. Okay, what you're about to listen to on my channel right now is one of the most legendary guys in the world. The man that you're about to hear on the screen right now while I'm smoking my cigar is going to be one of the all-time best crypto guys and the best future, okay, the best future predictor ever in the crypto market ever to have existed. Okay, his name is Da Vinci. And this man, he did tell the world on YouTube that that you should buy Bitcoin at $1. Okay, at the time that he posted up the video, which many of you have probably seen before, I believe he's a Jamaican or he's a Bahamian. This man, very very educated. He does good with math. He's a mathematician. I can say that for the least. I can say that. For all of you watching right now, from this point on, this is no financial advice. This is just breaking news for all of you to know. And I want to tell you guys, Bitcoin, people don't believe and understand Bitcoin, but what you're about to hear is something that I need many of you to hear. The reason why I'm putting this on the screen right now for you guys to listen to is because somebody officially bet $1 million. Bet I think, what is it, $1 million? I don't officially know. They bet a lot of money that Bitcoin was going to go over $1 million in 90 days. Okay, that is huge. That is huge. Okay, so this man found out about that, and he did tell the world in this clip, which I'm going to be playing for you guys. I hope you guys can listen up. This is no financial advice. These are also, words from a certain individual called Da Vinci. Da Vinci. His name is, if you guys want to look him up, Da Vinci J15. The man is a fucking legend.
And so I could buy something else, right? So I could pay off some debt. So I can do something with that.
Okay, here we go.
$1 in 90 days.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Balaji says hyperinflation happening now makes $1 million bets on Bitcoin price exceeding $1 million in 90 days. That's insane. That's incredible. The issue when you think about that, right? When you think about Bitcoin going to $1 million in 90 days, right? You're thinking, well, hold on a second here. If I have Bitcoins and the price is going up and it's constantly going up, I'm gonna just start selling them, right, for dollars, and so I can buy something else, right? So I can pay off some debt, so I can do something with that, right? And that makes sense, right? Because you're not gonna just hold on to Bitcoin digits, right? So that you can go, ooh, look how many I've got priced in dollars. You don't really care about that. You care about what it can buy. And so how could it go to $1 million? Because obviously there's going to be a lot of people selling them between here and $1 million. A lot selling, right? So that's the main question. But before I answer that question, I'm going to talk about why this person thinks Bitcoin is going to go to $1 million. If we take a look here, he says that the banking system has lied, right? They're saying that the depositors, they're all insolvent, right? And they haven't told you that, and it's based on the fact that when they take your money, you're an unsecured creditor, and in order for them to make some top money on top of that, they buy treasuries. Is the safest asset to buy. But they bought a lot when interest rates were lower. And so now if they sell them with interest rates higher, meaning how much the Federal Reserve has moved the interest rates, that they have to take a loss when they try to sell those bonds. So if they were earning only 1% and now the interest rates at 5% for those bonds, then they have to pay an additional 4% off the cost of the bond, or even more, in order to cover any deposits that you could take out and withdraw and put it to something else, to a bank, to take it to cash. And so the banks are hurting because of this, and so there's basically no way out if there's a certain large enough bank run. But however, there's the issue of the fact that the Federal Reserve can buy the treasury bonds at face value and not at a discount rate. So that means they don't lose any money. The Federal Reserve takes on the bond at the low rate in a swap line. Usually that's usually done on the swaps, right? They don't they don't have the swap line anymore. So they probably just well, we're just queuing ENS. So they're just buying up the bonds and holding it on their balance sheet until it matures, so that the Federal Reserve doesn't take any losses. Now, a lot of the banks have gotten a lot of their assets impaired, of course, as well, and so they can't sell impaired assets as well to the Federal Reserve. They can only sell treasuries and assets that are solid, and so we're seeing this unfold. So now, with that said, you want to know, how do we get to $1 million from this $27,000 level? This just seems absolutely impossible. But before I do, right, make sure you head over to bybit.davincij15.com, right? You could earn up to a $30,000 bonus, trading bonus as well. Okay. Now, we have to ask the question, right? What would cause Bitcoin to move to $1 million? It means that for some reason, you and anybody else that owns Bitcoin doesn't want to sell it, or very few want to sell it for dollars. So then you'd ask the question, well, what would cause somebody to not sell it for dollars? That doesn't make any sense, right? So you have to think about what will cause that. Well, the only thing that would cause that is that the U.S. government froze dollar transactions outside of its country, which they can do. They can stop all dollar transactions outside of the country, and you've seen them cut off ramps with people with dollars to exchanges outside of the country, outside of the United States. All the exchanges, BU started with BUSD, right, getting cut off. Oh, you're a security, and so now you can't trade your BUSD into dollars back and forth. They haven't done it for Tether or Circle yet, but I expect that to come down the pipe sometime soon. And they also are slowly cutting off people from accessing U.S. dollars everywhere in the world. So you can see that this could possibly happen. And you're like, okay, but why would the U.S. government disable dollar transactions outside of the United States? It doesn't make any sense. They've never done anything like that before, but hold on. Let me play something for you, all right? And so to help you answer that question.
What kind of play shit is that? This guy put me, let me play some commercials. Jesus Christ, this guy played the fucking right commercial. Miami-Dade commercial. Jesus Lord. Anyways.
Past 7 years, there's been an average of one international monetary crisis every year. Now, who gains from these crises? Not the working man, not the investor, not the real producers of wealth. The gainers are the international money speculators. Because they thrive on crises, they help to create them. In recent weeks, the speculators have been waging an all-out war on the American dollar. The strength of a nation's currency is based on the strength of that nation's economy. And the American economy is by far the strongest in the world. Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connolly to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets.
There you go. So what I'm saying is, they're basically, if this Dixie drops like crazy, like the ruble did during the war, you could expect the U.S. government to step in and, hey, rescue the day and say, hey, we got to stop all of these speculators, nasty speculators who destroyed all our banks, and we had to protect them by bailing them out because they wanted to destroy us by destroying our banks. And so we're going to bail them out and prevent them from losing all your deposits. Yeah, okay. So this is how they will come to an end if and Bitcoin will go to $1 million because the reason why that would happen is every single currency is backed up by US dollars, every single foreign currency. Because in order to do international trade, you have to have dollars of commodities, any kind of commodity, you have to have US dollars. Thus, if they can't get dollars, they're going to want something else. They're going to want something more secure, something that they can trust, because now the system trust has broken down because the U.S. has prevented you from using your U.S. dollars
100%.
temporarily.
100%.
Temporarily.
100%. Well, look, okay, for the meantime, I have to say something. Okay, you were listening just now, Da Vinci talking. He was talking to all of you, and I think many of you have a little bit of. You should speculate that maybe in the future there's going to be a different type of, a different type of currency. For all of you that don't know, this is no financial advice. But it comes down to history. In history, it always came down to different type of currencies. At one point in time, when the first humans ever came to America, I think many of us have different conclusions of who it is. But I think there's a history book on that. I'm not going to go into that, but I can tell you that there was a certain gold coins that were used as currency. Eventually, it was made into paper. Even back before the gold coins, the pirates used to trade gold items. It could be gold, could be gold chains. It could be gold anything. Pirates used to, back in the days, they used to, basically they used to pay everything in gold. They would have silver, they would have bronze, and there was a certain amount of currency that they would use to trade off certain things to get certain items. So in our lifetime, all of us haven't seen the different currencies that we have. Maybe other people back in the days would be able to see. For example, nowadays we have the paper hundos. Okay, the $100 bills looks like Monopoly money. We have paper money. We also have currency that you can be moving online. Man. I have an itch on my damn lip. There's currencies that you can move online to get funds around the world. You can move money from Venice over here to the USA in a click. Like that. So, there's different type of currencies that people are using nowadays. As a matter of fact, the little animal that you hear over there's certain people that sell animals like that. It's not my animal, but I can tell you can hear it. A lot of people, they trade certain animals to get other animals. They trade certain watches to get certain funds. People trade everything nowadays, but the currency that we're talking about here is Bitcoin. We're talking about Bitcoin right now, and we're talking about the American dollar because we all saw banks recently go downhill. You saw the reason why they all went downhill, and I think many of you learned a little bit of something. Just because you have a small bank doesn't mean that it's safe. Usually this is why many people put money into their big banks. Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Also, I remember there was a certain time that, how can I say it? There was a certain time that we had the Chase Bank. I remember for a fact that my father worked at the Chase Bank, and I would see him, doing a lot of checkings. There was a certain machine that they would use. I remember those days, and it doesn't exist anymore. Back in the days, there was a Chase that had a certain logo. It had the American Eagle on it back in the days. It disappeared, and then it eventually came back. So this just happens, It happens that maybe in this lifetime we are living right now, the breaking news is that most likely the gold that you have is going to be more valuable than the dollar bill that you have. Maybe silver might be more valuable than your dollar bill. Also, you can say that maybe currencies like crypto might be more valuable in the future than any bill you might have in your bank. And inflation is a huge part of this. There's also people that, banks that are getting borrowed money. The feds aren't helping out. It's just a shit show right now. But is this going to be a time that something's going to happen in the world that is going to change everything? It could be. You never know. It could be this year. It could be next year. It could be in 10 more years. Hopefully, if we do see it on this time and we all own a little bit of Bitcoin, we'll all be all rich together, because at the end of the day, we all put a little bit of our money into crypto. And, maybe we just might be the future billionaires that many of you want to be in the future. I think many of us want to be well off. I think I'm well off. Okay, let's just put it this way. I think all of you are well off. Any of you that are watching me right now, any of you that have sent me a super chat in this show, you are all well off. Let's just keep it on the positive note. And I'm going to end this show right now. For all of you watching, I just want you to know, I want you to know, I hope you enjoyed this show. For each and every one of you that have been here from the beginning of the show to the end, you learned a little bit of breaking news from the watch community. You learned a little bit of breaking news from the fragrance community. You learned a little bit of breaking news, all over the place. Crypto, you learned a little bit of my talk about, I forgot what I talked about, but I can tell you, I think I talked about some certain whiskeys. I'm going to end the show now. For any of you that send super chats at the end, Jesus, don't do that. I know a lot of you send super chats at the end. I always see $20 or $10 sent to me at the end of the show, and I can tell you, I feel bad sometimes when you guys send it at the end and I can't give you shout outs. But I can tell you, to end the show, I always end it on a positive note. By the way, before I end the show, I'm going to tell you guys, Creed Viking, love it. My number one fragrance of Creed. I completely don't even want to even talk about Aventus. Everybody owns Aventus, and I can tell you that's not a fragrance that I enjoy. Creed Viking is my favorite Creed in the line, and this is what I'm going to be wearing tonight when I go out. Zaharoff. This is an amazing fragrance. If any of you don't know, you can go to Zaharoff.com. You can purchase any of these bottles for a very cheap price. And also, I am drinking a whiskey. Drinking a whiskey right now. Beautiful whiskey. Get yourself a Glencairn. Get yourself a beautiful whiskey. And for all of you watching, let me end the stream like this. Positive note of the day. For all of you watching, I want you guys to do a little bit of positivity around your city, around your family, wherever it is. Give a little bit of positivity to somebody when you see somebody today. Anything. It's just the smallest thing. Hey, I like your smile. Hey, I like how energetic you are. Hey, I like your hair. If you're a guy to another guy telling him that, don't do that. But you can always say for another guy, hey man, that was a fucking hell of a play. Hey, man, you're spot on. Hey, man, I like your positivity. For the ladies, give the ladies a little bit of positivity, too. If there's a waitress that helps you out, give them a little bit of an extra tip. Give them a little bit of a positive reinforcement, a little bit of inspiration. Tell them how beautiful they look. Say that they're amazing. Say something nice. Positivity is contagious. And another thing, I do always say, put 1 hour in your day aside. Put it aside for yourself. Be selfish. Yes, be selfish. Put it aside just 1 hour, 60 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever it is. Just a little bit of time for yourself. If you do that once a day, it doesn't matter how many times, you forget to do it. As long as you do it one time in the day, you're going to be a little bit more positive. You're going to feel a little bit more better. You're going to feel less stressed. You're going to be feeling more relaxed. And this is what I want for all of you guys. This is an entertaining show. I hope I entertained each and every one of you. And you see what I mean? Mr. GMT, Mr. Sexy himself over here. This man is always positive. This man runs, I think he has a restaurant over there. Ozzy. He has a restaurant over there. You know what it is to have positivity? You don't want negativity. You don't want negativity. Always be positive. This man over here, shout out to him. Very positive. It's always good. Positive guy. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to know if you didn't watch this, you could rewatch this tomorrow at work. I hope you all really enjoyed this show, and for all of you watching, I will be in the chat room later in Archie Luxury's chat room. I'll be watching because I just enjoy. I enjoy being around the people that I like. And Archie Luxury, Watch Nicholas, and JJ's Hangout. Those are the three live streams that I will be currently in the chat room. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the show like this. For any of you wondering, this is a woman. She's on my ass. Oh, me. She's on me. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, she's on me. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to put the last super chat up because this is what I usually do. The last super chat today was Elder Sense. I will say thank you, Elder Sense. I will also say thank you. Also, I had Nelson earlier send a super chat. I had Ali earlier send a super chat. Thank you so much for the super chats. I really do appreciate the super chats. But this was the last super chat, so I will keep it on the board. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoy the show. And don't forget, watch Archie Luxury. You'll enjoy it. And for each and every one of you, I'll see you all on the next one. See you all later. And enjoy your beautiful, beautiful Tuesday night. See you all later.